Yo, 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 yo. Oh, I didn't even reset the stuff. What's going on, y'all? Salute, salute. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another watch along. I literally just ran home off the train to get to this watch along. So, let's get it. Let me see what the score is right now. It's 7-13. Score is 7-13 right now. Hope you guys are doing well on this Thursday evening. 7-13. All right, cool. I think I have everything right. I think I have the standings wrong, but we'll tackle that as we go along. Get everything up to speed. It's how many minutes is left? About 4.5 minutes left in this one. In the first quarter, I should say. I'm saying in the game. 4.5 left in the third quarter. Ball in play here with the Mercury, and Kahleah Copper loses the ball, gets it over Lexi Hull, but then Alyssa Thomas steals it, gets it over to Dawana Bond under the basket, goes up, misses the layup, gets her own rebound, putback is good. Alyssa Thomas to Dawana Bond, or Bonner chasing her own rebound and gets the bucket here. It's 7-15. You got Ari McDonald over to Lexi, down in the post to Natasha Howard. Howard in the post against Kahleah Copper, and they call a foul here on the floor. Score is 7-15. Had a late start today. We had a defensive 3-second violation by the Mercury. So Kelsey Mitchell at the line for the free throw, and she knocks it down. So it is fever ball to get it into Ari McDonald. McDonald with the ball over to Dantas, top of the key, right side to Mitchell. Mitchell comes off the screen. Mitchell over to Ari. Ari, guarded by Alyssa Thomas, has to shoot the contested three, misses off terribly. Dantas gets the offensive rebound and put back. It's 10-15. Phoenix on top. Phoenix with the ball. Alyssa Thomas with it. Thomas, top of the key. They back way off her. They know she can't shoot. Over to Sammy Whitcomb. Whitcomb comes off the screen. Drops it off to Alyssa Thomas on the roll. She goes up and misses the layup. Rebound to McDonald. McDonald on the run here. Over to Lexi Hull left side to Howard in the corner. Down to Dantas. Dantas gets it. Corner to Mitchell. Up top to McDonald. McDonald right wing three. Too strong. Rebound to Whitcomb. Whitcomb gets it to Kahleah Copper. Almost loses possession, recalculates, gets it, misses, rebound to Westbeld, out to Whitcomb. Whitcomb wide open three. You can't leave her open. Sammy Whitcomb will knock that down. It's 18-10. Howard with the ball over to Mitchell. Mitchell, step back. Three, too strong. Lexi Hull gets the offensive rebound. She's wide open. Nobody rotates out to her. She shoots the three, air ball. And Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. Thomas tries to get it down to Bonner, and they call a foul on Hull, and then she says something to Lexi Hull. So we in business, y'all. I'm getting everything up and running, but at least we got the commentary going. Ball in play with Alyssa Thomas. Runs into Ari McDonald. They call a blocking foul on Ari McDonald. That's her second foul. Ari McDonald's second foul of the match. See if I can get our stats up. On ball in play here with Alyssa Thomas. Top of the key here. Alyssa Thomas drives left, gets a nice screen, double clutches, and misses. Aliyah Boston with the rebound. She thought she was fouled, but no foul called. Gets it over to Lexi Hull in the left wing. Aliyah Boston right side over to Kelsey Mitchell in the corner. She drives left, gets downhill, left hand scoop over the defense, and scores. 18-12. So now Dawana Bonner shoots a three, and she buries the three, and she got something to say to Lexi Hull. She's talking every time. Dewana Bonner talking crazy every time, in a steal here by the Mercury. Alyssa Thomas on the go. Layup is up and good. And we have a timeout here. 23-12 is the score. 1:45 to go. Phoenix on top. So Dewana Bonner guarded tightly by Lexi Hull. Dewana Bonner stops, steps back, shoots the three, knocks it down. And then on the following possession, Alyssa Thomas gets the steal, goes coast to coast, and scores. All right, so we have a timeout on the floor here. Timeout on the floor. Fever are down 23-12, 1:45 to go in the first quarter. The Fever are currently the 5th seed, and the Mercury are the 4th seed. So this could be a potential first round playoff matchup if the standings stay like this. Let's take a quick look. Let me see if I can get the box scores up for us. I gotta get that set up as well. Salute to everybody here on the watch along. Salute, salute. Y'all said y'all didn't mind if I started a little later than usual. But we're back in play here. Back in play. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball, gets downhill. Has he moved? Goes up with the left hand scoop and scores. Wanted a foul. Thought she got popped in the head, but she scores anyway. 23-14. Akol Makani with the ball. Comes off the screen going right. Guarded by Sid Colson. Akol Makani. Left to right crossover. Hook tries to hook pass it to Mac. Ball gets deflected around. Mac picks up the loose ball. Whitcomb with it. Whitcomb, nice hezzy move. Gets into the paint. Tries to drop it off to Mac, but it's a kick ball. So it stays with the Phoenix Mercury. 1:08 to go in this first quarter. Sabali with the ball. Over to Mac. Up top to Bonner. Over to Satu Sabali. Sabali for three. Halfway down and out and rattles back in. Satu Sabali knocks down the three. And it's a 12-point game. 26-14 here. Howard over to Mitchell. Mitchell tries to respond with a three and she misses. Long rebound to Sid Colson. Colson falls down. Uh-oh. And she's down on the floor in pain. Sid Colson got the loose ball, came down, and now she's down on the floor in pain. She's holding her, I don't know what it is, but it is a lower leg injury for Sid Colson, and she crumpled to the floor in pain immediately. And we have a stoppage here. Her teammates surrounding her as she's still crumpled on the floor here. Sid Colson down in a heap on the floor, and the arena goes quiet. As soon as she jumped up to get that loose ball, came down and crumpled immediately. So it does not look good. Non-contact injury. Oh, she lands on her. Oh, she landed sideways on her, on the inside of her ankle. Her ankle, her left ankle turned in. The plant was a little off. Yikes. She's still on the floor here. Still on the floor for Sid Colson. Hopefully everything is all good. And the arena is like super quiet right now. 26-14 is the score. 26-14. It looked like she's getting helped up now Trainers around her teammates helped her up. And she's being helped to, they lifted her up and they bringing her to the locker room and they say, no, put her down. Bree Turner was going to carry her, but they said, no, just put her down and let's like crutch her to the locker room. She can't put any weight on that left leg. Tough one for Sid Colson. She's 36 years old. I think she just turned 36. Hopefully everything is okay in the end. It's a tough one. Tough one for Sid Colson. Well, the Fever to inbound, get into Lexi Hull. Aliyah Boston in the post against Bonner. Picks up her dribble and gets stolen. Bonner tips it out and it gets its way to Akoa Makani. Mack over to Sammy Whitcomb. Release for three, short. Bonner gets the offensive rebound, gets it over to Sammy. Long pass goes over Satu's head and out of bounds. Ball in play here with Kelsey Mitchell. About a 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Kelsey Mitchell, top of the key. Mitchell guarded by Cole McConney. 10 seconds. 9. She comes off the screen, going to her left. Snatchback dribble. Goes over to Sophie. Sophie pump fakes for 3. Finds Howard. Howard in the lane. Hook shot with the right is good. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first, it's 26-16 at the end of the first. Mercury on top. Let's get stuff ready for the second quarter. And then we'll take a look at the box score and the team stats. Salute to everybody who's who's joining the watch along. Sorry I started late. Just came home from work. Had to get on to do this game for y'all. 26-16 is the score. Mercury, the home team, are on top. For the Indiana Fever, Cunningham with no points. Mitchell with 8, 2 for McDonald, 4 for Howard, none for Boston. Off the bench, you got 2 for Dantas. For Phoenix, you got Cole McConney yet to score, 4 for Copper, 8 for Sabali, 6 for Thomas with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. None for Mack. Off the bench, you got 5 for Bonner, 3 for Whitcomb, none for Westbeld. So that is the box score right now. Hopefully everything is okay with Sid Colson. She planted wrong on going for that loose ball and ended up landing on her. I think it was a left foot injury. So hopefully she's all good. 26-16 is the score. There is another game going on right now, guys. Between the Sun and the Sparks. And the Sun are actually up right now, 29-27. As we all know, or if you didn't know, they just acquired Aliyah Edwards from the Washington Mystics today, the Connecticut Sun. And J.C. Sheldon was sent to the Washington Mystics in return. All right, I'm going to get some more things ready just so we can have as much information as possible here. Okay, that's good. There we go. Getting things ready here for us. All right, we're in a timeout right now, so you're not missing anything. We are in a timeout. The end of the quarter. Hey, Beulah, what's going on? Thanks for joining. I'm good. I got home. I got off the train at 10 o'clock. Pretty much did a light jog home, changed into some comfortable clothes, poured me a glass of water, and started the stream. I didn't even tell my mom I got home. She probably still think I'm on the train. All right, game is coming back. 29-27 is the score. 26-16 is the score. I'm looking at the Connecticut Sun Sparks game, which is 29-27. There we go. Ball and play here to start the second quarter with the Indiana Fever. Sophie Cunningham with the ball, top of the key, right side to Natasha Howard. Howard with 10 on the clock. It's a fight between Mac and Boston in the paint. They called the foul on Mac. Hold on, I gotta turn this light down. It's a little too bright. There we go. There we go. That's more like it. Make sure you fill out the poll if you're just joining who you think is gonna win this game. I know right now Phoenix is up, but Indiana does come back. Yeah, Beulah, I saw that. 2 fans got arrested. Howard with the ball. Howard hook shot over Copper. No foul. And Satu with the rebound. Satu gets it over to Bonner. Bonner up top to Akol Makani. Back to Satu. Satu left side to Copper. Copper against her former teammate in Cunningham. Pulls up for a 3 and misses. Long rebound gets tipped out by Howard to Satu. And Satu misses the corner 3. Rebound to Boston. Over to Ari. Left side to Lexi. Lexi transition 3. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Mac tips it to Satu. Over to Copper. Copper right side of the floor. Copper, a little pity pat dribble. Gets it up top to Bonner. Bonner and Hull have been going at it. Oh, Bonner crossover on Cunningham. Shoots over her. Gets fouled. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Is that 3? It might be 3 for Bonner. I thought that was a 2. Unless my eyes are deceiving me. Oh, it's 2. They saying 3 on the broadcast. They ain't paying attention. I gotta see what the people talking about on social media. Because Bonner, she hit a 3 in Lexi's face and was talking mess. Bonner hits the first. And she knocks down the second as well. 28-16 is the score. 28-16. Ari with the ball over to Boston. And the Boston with it. She faces up. Handoff back to Ari. Ari comes off the screen going left. And they call a foul here on Akol Makani. Trying to fight over that Boston screen. Trying to see if I'm missing anything. Ball and play here with the Fever. Ari with the ball. 6 on the clock. Cunningham in the corner. Down to Boston with 3 on the clock. Shoots over Mac. Way off. And rebound to Bonner. Bonner gets the rebound. Bonner running the floor here. Jump pass to Satu. Back to Bonner. Bonner slows it down. Bonner over to Copper. Copper down to Mac with the height advantage. Mac corner to Akol Makani for 3. That's not her game. She misses. Oh, tip rebound to Satu. Left hand layup is good. Ari McDonald blows by the defense. Pass to Cunningham. Sets up for 3. And she knocks it down. Cunningham used to play in this gym with the Phoenix Mercury. She knocks down the 3. 30-19. Satu gets around Howard. Pass to Mac. Up top to Bonner. Bonner for 3. Front rims it. Rebound to Cunningham. Cunningham on the drive here. She crosses half court. Another one wide open. Cunningham. Back-to-back 3s for Sophie Cunningham. She's clapping and has something to say. And a timeout called by the Mercury. A little hostility here. I like it a little bit. I can't even lie to you. Cunningham clapping in her former teammate Kahleah Copper's face. You like to see it. You love to see it. Love to see it. So we're in a timeout right now. Timeout is 30-22 is the score. 30-22. Hi, Mom. Mom, you meant to say hi, son. But hey, Mom, what's going on? 30-22 is the score. Let's take a quick look at the box score. 30-22. Cunningham with 6 on those 2 made threes in a row just now. Mitchell with 8, 2 for Ari, 4 for Howard, and 2 for Dantas off the bench. For the Mercury, you got 4 for Copper, 10 for Sabali, 6 for Thomas, 7 for Bonner, and 3 for Whitcomb. So they got 10 points from their bench. Let me move over. There we go. Looking at the field goal percentage, the Mercury are shooting 42%. The Fever shooting 39%. From 3-point range, the Mercury shooting 36%. The Fever shooting 33%. Only 3 free throws total in this game. 19-11 in favor of the Mercury in rebounds. 4-2 in favor of the Mercury in steals. Fever leading in blocks 1-0. 16 points in the paint for the Mercury. 12 for the Fever. 12 second chance points for the Mercury. 2 for the Fever. Largest lead of the game is 14 by the Fever. By the Mercury, the Fever have not led in this game. As you can see, 6-4 in this quarter, the Fever are leading, courtesy of Sophie Cunningham. All right, make sure you fill out the poll. Who you think will win this game? Will it be the Mercury or will it be the Fever? Make sure you fill out the poll. Kahleah said one arrest was in Arizona when they tried to throw the green object on the floor. That green object was also thrown in New York. Yeah, I saw both incidents being reported about. So broadcast is coming back. Score is 30-22. That is the current score. Sophie Cunningham just hits back-to-back threes. She was traded from the Mercury this off season to the Fever. Bonner with the ball shoots over Ari McDonald. Height advantage. Didn't even really see her down there. She's so little, and knocks it in. Back to a 10-point game. 32-22. Bonner up to 9 points. This is the second matchup of the season between these two teams. You know, if you know the history with Bonner playing with the Fever for 9 games and then requesting a trade or to be waived. Oh, Michaela Timpson gets the offensive rebound off the Aliyah Boston miss, and she gets the putback. Alyssa Thomas over to Bonner, top of the key. Ari McDonald guarding her. Bonner gets downhill, double clutches on the shot, misses, rebound to Timpson. Timpson over to Ari McDonald. McDonald has it on the right wing, gets it up top to Boston. Boston finds Mitchell. Mitchell comes off the screen from Boston. Stops, pulls up for a midi, short, rebound to Boston. Boston out to Cunningham. Can she hit 3 in a row? And she does. Cunningham, 3 threes in a row for Sophie Cunningham. And it's 32-27. Sammy Whitcomb with the ball, top of the key, over to Alyssa Thomas. Thomas finds the cut in Copper. Copper streaks to the basket and scores. What a nice paint cut there by Copper. Good find by Thomas. 34-27. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell dances around the defense into the paint. Throws it out to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Boston. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham. Pump fakes for 3. Drives on Westball. Tries to get around her. Finds the cutting Timpson. And Timpson with the layup. 34-29. So Timpson comes in. Gets a quick 4 points. Whitcomb with the rock. Over to Thomas. Thomas at the 3-point line. They playing off her. They know she's not going to shoot it. Thomas with the ball. Nowhere to go. Nobody moving. Finds Bonner in the left corner. Guarded tightly by Cunningham. 3 on the clock. Bonner crossover. Steps back on Cunningham for 3. And off the back rim misses. Tip rebound off of Westbeld and out of bounds. Oh, Sophie might have got away with a little hook there, but they don't call it on that other possession that she got the assist to Timpson. But Mitchell with the ball for the Fever. Dances around a couple screens here. Steps back. Long two. Misses again. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. Thomas. Outlet pass to Bonner. Bonner fumbles on the catch. Gets it out to Westbeld. Over to Whitcomb. Whitcomb over to Thomas. Thomas back down to Bonner. Bonner too far under the basket, but Copper gets the offensive rebound and put back. Kelsey Mitchell gets downhill, snakes to the basket, and draws the foul. So they said Kahleah Copper just passed the 1,000 point career mark. 1,000 career points with the Mercury. Not in her career, but just with the Mercury. But Kelsey Mitchell at the line for 2 free throws. Foul by Alyssa Thomas. Mitchell, first free throw is up, and she shoots it too strong. Hits off the back rim. What up, Tudo? Salute. What's good? I made it, man. I made it. I was rushing home to do this. Caught that train out of Grand Central. Got off the train like 10 o'clock and just jogged home. And Mitchell misses both free throws. Unlike her to miss both. Rebound to Thomas. Akol Makani with the ball right side of the floor. Gets it over to Satu. Satu to Thomas. Thomas at the 3-point line. They back off her. Alyssa Thomas. Hand off to Whitcomb. Whitcomb comes off the screen. Finds Thomas on the roll. She pump fakes, goes up with the left, and scores. So it's 38-29. 9-point game again. Ari McDonald with the ball. Gets it down to Timpson. Timpson with Satu on her. Spins, goes up, and it rolls in and out for Timpson. Rebound to Cole McConney. Cole McConney picks up a dribble over to Sammy on the curl. Sammy downhill. Right hand scoop is up and good for Sammy Whitcomb. And it's back to a double-digit lead here, 40-29. Ari McDonald with the ball. Gets downhill. Finds Timpson. Timpson gets fouled. Throws up the left-hand layup. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. I got lucky enough not to miss the 4 or 5 training. Hear that, bro? I was rushing. Because if I missed that 9:25 train from Grand Central, I would have been probably would have just been getting on the train just now. We start running every hour later on. Timpson at the line for 2 free throws. And she misses the first. So they've missed their last 3 free throws here. Second one is up, and Timpson knocks it down. It's a 10-point game, 40-30. About 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Thomas gets it over to Sammy. Sammy with the ball over to Thomas. Thomas over to Akol Makani. Akol Makani goes behind the back. Does a little dream shake fall away and gets fouled by Aaron McDonald on the shot. That's her 3rd foul. And the Fever will call a timeout here. I don't know if they're challenging, but they do call a timeout. It's 40-30, 2:59 to go. All right, so let's take a quick look at stats right quick. 30-40 is the score, 30-40. The second quarter score is tied 14-14. Having some technical difficulties. Better fix yourself. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Well, back to good old trusty. Let me see. Trusty ESPN. See these box score. That's crazy. Let me fix this right quick. I wanted to see the box score. The website having an issue now. There we go. So back to ESPN. Natasha Howard for the Fever with 4. 8 for Kelsey Mitchell. 9 for Sophie Cunningham. 2 for Ari McDonald. She does have 3 fouls. Dantas with 2 and 5 for Timpson. For the Phoenix Mercury, we got Alyssa Thomas with 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Stuff in the stat sheet as usual. Natasha Mack with none. 10 for Satu Sabali with 6 rebounds, 8 for Kahleah Copper, none for Akol Makani. Bonner with 9 off the bench, and Sammy with 5 off the bench. Tudo says, so the W got to fix these toys being thrown on the court. Like, it's getting to a point where, yeah, I saw I don't know what sports book it is, but people betting on what color it's going to be. Conlani says, surprised that Indiana or Phoenix did not make any moves at the deadline. Indiana, I guess they figured they're solid with what they could acquire, what they had. Phoenix, they already made the acquisition, getting Bonner, so not too many more moves they could have actually made. And then it comes down to money and all that as well. Looking at this other game, the Sun are taking off on the Sparks, 48-39. The Sun are up 48-39 on the Sparks. That's crazy. As you can see, the dream beat the sky. We'll take a look at all these games at halftime. But 48-39. J Smooth, what up? The Sparks pissing you off? Damn. I guess you had had them on the spread or something on the money line. Cunningham and Timpson have all 14 points for the Fever in this quarter. Akol Makani at the line. Akol Makani first free throw is up. She cashes in. Akol Makani is a 93% free throw shooter. Second one is up, and she knocks it down. Oh, you got 8.5 Sparks. Oh, man. It's not looking too good right now, my friend. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell comes off that screen going right. Comes back to the left. Bad pass gets tipped away by Alyssa Thomas. It stays with the Fever, excuse me. Mitchell the inbound gets it into Cunningham. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell comes off the screen going to her right. Oh, in and out dribble. Pulls up for the midi. Bounces around and misses. Lexi Hull with the tip rebound, but it goes to Sammy Whitcomb. Sammy Whitcomb guarded by Cunningham. Over to Satu. Satu down to Thomas. Thomas with a Lexi Hull spin move. Tries to pass it, and the pass gets stolen. Active hands by Timpson. And then Sammy Whitcomb tips it out of bounds. And it says it goes off the Fever. So that was a good play by Timpson. Just couldn't secure the ball. Had Sammy tip it out. Beulah says, why do the fans throw objects on the court? I mean, it's people trying to get a viral moment. People trying to be funny, but it ain't nothing funny about it. Thomas with the ball. Off to Sammy. Sammy comes off that screen, misses. Aliyah Boston with the rebound. People just slipping and sliding on the floor. Lexi Hull with the ball. Transition 3. And she can't buy a 3. Lexi Hull struggling. Just like last year, she went into a little slump from 3 in the second half of the season. Satu shoots the 3, misses. Lexi Hull almost gets the rebound, but it falls out of her hands. Phoenix with a second chance opportunity. Satu in the post. Satu tries to step through. Loses the ball. Gets it out to Thomas. Over to Akol Makani. Off balance jump shot. And Aliyah Boston with the rebound outlet pass to Cunningham. Cunningham keeps the one-hand scoop and scores. And then hugs the ref a little bit. Sophie cooking in this second quarter. She's hit 3 threes and now hits that layup. So Cunningham at the line to complete the 3-point play. She scored 11 points in this quarter. 3 threes, and now that layup. Three-point play is good for Sophie Cunningham. Back to single digits. It's 33-42. The Fever are in the bonus, so they should continue going to the basket here. Satu with the ball. Top of the key. Over to Alyssa Thomas. Thomas. Back to Satu. Satu, left side of the floor. Tries spin move, travels, and they call it. I thought they weren't going to call it, but Satu with the travel. Jason, I got Mercury and over 170, so we'll see. Chloe Bibby checks in for the Fever, the Australian. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell with a nice crossover. It passes the ball. Thought Timpson was paying attention, and the ball just sails out of bounds. Just not on the same page there. Not on the same page. They're showing Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark missing another game with that groin injury. Nicole McConney dribbles off her foot. It's a turnover on this end. Mitchell goes behind the back, pulls up for the 10-footer, and she misses again. Rebound. Kelsey Mitchell struggling since I turned this game on. She just can't make a jump shot. Satu over to Nicole McConney for 3. Short, but it bounces in. Friendly rim here for the home team. It hits off the front of the rim and trickles over. 45-33. Phoenix is 5 for 14 from 3. The Fever are 4 for 11. Aliyah Boston gets the loose ball that gets tipped into the backcourt. Gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell, top of the key with 6 on the clock. Mitchell comes off the screen, and they call a moving screen on Aliyah Boston. Offensive foul. Ball and play here with Alyssa Thomas. Aliyah Boston was not happy with that call. But it's a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 17 seconds to go in the first half. Alyssa Thomas all the way out by half court here. They're giving her a lot of space. They know she's not a shooter. They set the deep screen. Alyssa Thomas tries to pocket pass it in. A kick ball there by Aliyah Boston. 7 seconds left on the game clock. So Nicole McConney to inbound in front of her bench. Gets it into Alyssa Thomas with 6 seconds. 5. Alyssa Thomas gets into that paint. Goes off the glass floater. Over to Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard from half court for 3. And she buries it. Natasha Howard from half court cashes out to end the half. So at the end of the half, it's 36-47. Natasha Howard lines it up, shoots it from half court from the right-hand side, and cashes it in. So at halftime, here we go. 47-36, the home team Mercury on top, and what could be a playoff preview here. Again, stuff ready for the third quarter. Let's get our halftime timer ready. Let me see if I even got that ready. Reset. Let's get to playing. Yep, got that ready. And let's get down to it. So let's take a look at the box score of this game so far. There we go. So score. Refresh. Stupid thing. There we go. 36-47 is the score here. As you can see, top of the screen here, Phoenix outscored Indiana 26-16 in the first. They outscored the Indiana 21-20 in the second, which is why they have an 11-point lead. For the Fever, you got Howard with 7 points. You got Aliyah Boston with no points and 3 assists with 6 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell with 8. Sophie Cunningham with 12. Ari McDonald with 2. Damiris Dantas with 2, 5 for Michaela Timpson. Sydney Colson went out after only playing a minute. She landed wrong after catching a loose ball, and she went down in a heap. So they had to carry or help her to the locker room. They're shooting 40% from the field, 41% from 3, 50% from the free throw line. They do have 8 turnovers, which they have to curb. Phoenix, on the other hand, Alyssa Thomas, 16 minutes, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Natasha Mack with no points. You got Satu Sabali with 10 points and 6 rebounds. Kahleah Copper with 8 points and 2 rebounds. Okolo Makani with 5 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Dewana Bonner with 9 points. None for Catherine Westbell and 5 for Sammy Whitcomb. They're shooting 46% from the field, 35.7% from 3, made all their free throws, and they have 6 turnovers. As you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, this is the second matchup out of 3 matchups between these two teams. So if the Fever win today, they will win the season series, and that could come into play as we go into the postseason. They'll play again on September 2nd. So if the Mercury win this game, that game on September 2nd could have major implications. I'm seeing the Sparks are coming back. Oh, snap. 48-47. What just happened? 48-47. Connecticut was just up like 48-39, and the Sparks have gone on a run here. Let me see if I go to the play-by-play. What happened? Yeah, it was 48-39. Hamby gets a rebound. Rakia Jackson, hits a flagrant foul free throw. 3 flagrant foul she probably got fouled on a 3-point shot, landing space stuff. And then De'Erica Hamby hits a layup. So that was a 5-point swing right there. And then Tina Charles fouls Azare Stevens. Oh, I see how they came back. That's crazy. That is crazy. You look away for a second and the game flips on its head, and the Sparks have the lead here. 49-48. Wow. Let's see. Connecticut got Mabry with 4, 6 for Anissa Morrow, 12 for Tina Charles, 8 for Bria Hartley, and 4 for Lacan, 7 for Rivers, 6 for Torre, 1 for Nelson Adota. LA, you got Rakia Jackson with 17 first half points, 13 for Hamby. Everybody else in single digits, but they have the lead, which is all that matters in the end. 48-49. Wow, that's crazy. But this is the score here, 47-36 at our game that we're watching. The trade deadline was today, people. The trade deadline was today. So I didn't. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Hold on. Let me put this back up and fix that. That's what it was, man. You might have to look away. Give me a second. I have to fix something here so we could take a look at what I wanted to take a look at. There we go. So, earlier today, as you know, today was the trade deadline. So earlier today, before the trade deadline expired, the Connecticut Sun acquired Aliyah Edwards from the Washington Mystics. In return, the Washington Mystics received J.C. Sheldon and the right to swap Washington's 2026 first-round pick that they acquired from Minnesota for Connecticut's 2026 first-round pick that they acquired from New York in that Natasha Cloud trade. So that is the trade. I think that's the only trade that happened today. Only trade that happened today. So Aliyah Edwards going to Connecticut, back to the state where she played her college ball. And J.C. Sheldon going to Washington, looking to have more of a role than she started to have in Connecticut. Layla Lacan was starting to play a lot more than her. They're starting Bria Hartley. So she was sort of getting phased out. So J.C. Sheldon now with Washington, she'll probably get that starting 2 spot over Jade Melbourne when she gets fully acclimated. She can spread the floor from 3. She's a defender as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if she took over that number 2 spot. Right? Salute to everybody hanging around. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know I started late. I told y'all I would be, if y'all were on the stream yesterday, I told y'all I would be starting late yesterday. If I would be streaming at all. I wasn't planning on it, but the folks in the chat yesterday said I should still stream even if I get home late. So here I am streaming. Appreciate you guys tuning in. All right, we're about 7.5 minutes away from the third quarter. 7.5 minutes away. Seven and a half minutes away. Oh, the Sun retake the lead at the half, 51-49. Con Landing with some nice stats here. J.C. Sheldon for Aliyah Edwards trade. 2 players drafted ahead of Angel Reese last year and a year later are traded for each other. Yeah, that's how it works sometimes. Aliyah Edwards, but to no fault of her own, she was hurt coming into the season after they already drafted Kiki and Sonia. They didn't, I guess, and Shakira was healthy as well, so that sort of added to her not getting as many minutes. Very crowded front court over there in Washington with a healthy Shakira Austin. You got Kiki Iriafen, you got Emily Enksler, you got Stephanie Dolson, you had Sika Kone as well. So they had a pretty loaded, or just a lot of bodies in the front court, and with Aliyah Edwards being hurt to start the season and Kiki playing so well, pretty much that's what happened. Kiki just took advantage of the opportunity presented to her and basically commandeered that starting spot at the 4 position. Once Aliyah Edwards came back, they were, I guess, trying to find her some minutes. They were playing Dolson. They played her a couple minutes here and there, but it just seemed that it just wasn't going to. Her future was slowly fizzling out in Washington, unfortunately. So they were able to facilitate a trade. The Washington Mystics already traded away Brittany Sykes, a defender, and pretty much an all-star. And now they get back a premium defender in J.C. Sheldon. So I guess I'm putting too much sauce on J.C. She's a good defender. So they lose a shooting guard as a defender, and they get a guard right back at a younger and cheaper price as well. All right. 47-36 is the score. Salute to everyone still tuning in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. I usually start watch-alongs on time, but today I already made all my excuses. Make sure you're tapped in. We should be doing another stream on Sunday evening. This blazer this lady has on is messing with the camera. It's tripping me out. And Myers Drysdale. 47-36 is the score. Forty-seven to 36. Let me move this out the way. Cool. So we got a couple minutes left until halftime is over. A couple minutes left. I'm gonna step away for a quick second. I literally just ran to the computer as I came in the house. So I'll be back. Beulah, what'd you say? You just started fantasy? Yeah, I just got invited to a football NFL league, fantasy league. I really don't play NFL fantasy like that. Haven't done that in years, but they asked me to join. They needed somebody, so I said I'll just join up people at work. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really watch the NFL as much as I used to. I watch it here and there, so I'm not familiar with all the guys and all the people drafted and who to pick. I just know the bigger names. But that's gonna have to do. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. I'm back. I have to get something to snack on. Starving. Got some grapes. Late night snack. Okay. Still waiting for the game to come back. Appreciate you guys tuning in for another late night stream. Okay, broadcast is coming back on right now. Broadcast is coming back on. Oh, I did forget to go over that other game. We could do that right quick. It will let me go back. There we go. Atlanta beat the Chicago Sky 86-65. Let's see what the leading score was. 25 for Aliyah Gray, strengthening her all WNBA her WNBA first team campaign. It's 7 points, 11 rebounds for Naz Hillman, 17 for Jordan Canada with 6 rebounds and 6 assists, 10 for Nia Coffey. For the Chicago Sky, no Angel Reese again, 12 and 6 for Cardoso with 5 assists. Had 4 blocks too, man. She was doing it all. Rachel Bannon with 18. And nobody else really did anything. New York Liberty 34. Salute for the follow on the Twitch. Salute, salute. That's the squad right there, New York Liberty. You on the right side. All right, halftime is over. Appreciate you guys sticking around for the halftime report. All right, let's lock in for the second half. Hopefully it's interesting. Ball and play here with the Fever. Howard with the ball over to Mitchell, left side to Hull. Hull, left side of the floor. In the post to Boston. Boston dribbles out to the middle of the floor, spins back left, pump fakes, goes up, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Boston didn't even score in that first half. Oh, that was you, Beulah? Oh, and Aliyah Boston hits the first free throw. Oh, you're a New York Liberty fan, something on Twitch. I saw that. Thanks for the follow. Aliyah Boston hits the second. 38-47 is the score. 38-47. Cole McConney with the ball. Up top to Satu. Over to Kahleah Copper. Copper comes off the screen, picks up her dribble. Over to AT at the foul line. Shoots the little push shot. You can't give her that much space from there. She knocks it down easily. Boston with the ball. They got to get some stops here. And Mitchell has to start scoring. Mitchell does a little pirouette at the three-point line. Step back for a long two. She misses again. Fight for the rebound. And it goes off of the Fever. And it stays with the Mercury. Cole McConney with the ball. Comes off the screen going right. Gets to Satu. Satu against Mitchell. That's a height advantage, but she gives it to Copper. Copper to AT. They keep giving Alyssa Thomas that open shot at the foul line. She missed that one, though. Natasha Howard over to Ari McDonald. McDonald gets downhill and gets blocked there by Satu. They called a foul, though. Has 2 fouls on Satu. She does foul at McDonald with the body there. Does look like the block is clean up top. Ari McDonald misses the first free throw. Wow. She misses both free throws. The Fever struggling from the line today. Let me look at the team stats here. Free throws, they're 5 for 10 from the line as Sabali gets the basket. So you miss 2 free throws on one end and give up the layup on the other. Kelsey Mitchell gets downhill, loses the ball. Aliyah Boston picks up the loose ball. And it's a fight for the ball in the paint, and it's going to be a jump ball. That should have been a foul on Mac. So it's a jump ball here between Copper and Boston. Boston wins the tip, and Mitchell gets the ball. Mitchell down to Howard. Howard faces up on Mac. Gets into the paint. Doesn't recognize the clock was expiring. It's a shot clock violation. What's up, Bart Mark? Can't win games missing free throws and easy layups. You're absolutely right. Mitchell missed 2. McDonald just missed 2. Ball in play here with the Phoenix Mercury. Cole McConney with the ball. Right to left crossover. Another right to left crossover. Goes with the right hand scoop. Misses. Boston gets the rebound. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell, head of steam. Gets down the center of the floor. Wide open for a midi. Can she hit one? She cannot hit one. AT with the long rebound. Loads it off to Mac. Mac hangs and hits. And the Mercury just running away with this one. 53-38. I'm weak. Man said, where's the shot clock bench player caller? She on the opposite end of the court. They shooting on the Phoenix side of the floor now, so they probably couldn't hear her. Mitchell can't throw a rock in the ocean right now. She has the ball, loses the ball, gets it back with 10 on the clock, gets it over to McDonald, finds Boston at the foul line. Boston back to McDonald. McDonald for 3, she misses off the back rim. Copper with the rebound. And then Copper catches Natasha Howard with an elbow as she gets on that fast break. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Catches her with an elbow square on the chin. I'm surprised they didn't review that. Ball and play with McDonald. Over to Boston. Boston dribbling at the foul line. Gets it over to a sprinting Mitchell. Up top to Cunningham. Cunningham for three. Oh, Sophie Cunningham is on fire from three. She's 4 threes here and then draws an offensive foul on Kahleah Copper. So Cunningham gets checked into the game and makes an immediate impact. Knocks down a long three. That was weak. That's weak. I don't like that call on Copper there. Boston with the ball over to Cunningham. Cunningham down to Boston against Mack. Spins to the right, and they call an offensive foul going back the other way. And now Natasha Mack is on the floor holding her mouth here. Might have caught an elbow to the face. And they're going to review this to see if it was a flagrant foul. They're going to review this. Took a strong shot. So they're reviewing this call to see if it's a flagrant foul. It's going to be upgraded to a flagrant. Natasha Mack took the brunt of that, though. It might get upgraded. Yeah, Beulah, I saw that. I saw. Once you said you followed me on Twitch, I figured that was you. The notification came up on the stream. Appreciate you for the follow on Twitch. They don't upgrade it. They say it's a common offensive foul by Aliyah Boston. So it is the Phoenix Mercury's ball. They're up 53-41. And they inbound the ball here. Third quarter is crawling by. Alyssa Thomas with the ball. They back way off of her. Alyssa Thomas trying to direct traffic. Goes across the court to the right side. Hands it off to Satu. Satu off balance jumper. Rebound to Ari McDonald. Over to Sophie Cunningham. Transition three. Oh, Sophie Cunningham is on a heater, people. Sophie Cunningham, and she yells out to the crowd. Sophie Cunningham with 5 threes. In transition, walks into it, cashes out. Sophie Cunningham with a season high 18 here. Wow, Sophie Cunningham on an absolute heater. See, it's not like ESPN. It's trying to take forever to update. 53-44 is the score. 53-44. Sophie Cunningham with 18 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. She's come in and hit 2 threes in this quarter. 7 for Howard, still 8 for Mitchell. Mitchell is 3 for 12. She can't She can't throw a rock in the ocean right now. She's struggling tremendously. That's unfortunate for her. Wow, wow, wow. Alyssa Thomas with 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. So she's on double watch here. You got 12 for Satu Sabali. But Sophie Cunningham, absolute heater right now. 18 points on 6 of 7 shooting to lead her team in scoring. Crazy. Salute to everybody hanging around. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. So the Mercury's upcoming schedule, they play August 10th, and then they have a break till August 15th. Wow. Phoenix with the ball. Copper top of the key here. Over to Mac. Mac up top to Copper. Over to Thomas. Oh, Thomas, spin move. Loses Howard. Push shot is up. Bounces around and drops. 55-44. Sophie Cunningham in the corner. Sophie another three, and she finally misses. Alyssa Thomas gets into the paint, throws up the right hand push shot way off. Mac tries to get it, and they call a foul here on Boston. DeWanna Bonner checks into this game, as well as Kat Westbeld and Sammy Whitcomb. Ball in play here with the Mercury. Westbeld over to Thomas. Thomas looking for Bonner on the back cut, but finds Copper on the curl. Alyssa Thomas gets it back. Spin move. Goes off glass and scores. From the center of the lane, she spent spin move and scored. Aaron McDonald, hand off to Howard. Howard, left hand push shot is off. Thomas with the rebound. Outlet to Copper. Copper skips through that lane, gets deflected by Mitchell. Bonner gets it. Rebound, put back, good. Fever just getting outworked out there. 59-44. Oh, fool, still cool. Salute, salute. Appreciate you. Thanks for that. Mitchell with the ball, gets trapped, throws it over to Ari. Ari into the paint, tries to bounce past it, but throws it off a Mercury player. And then Westbell almost turns it over, and they do end up turning it over. So some Curly Neal hoops right there. The ball's just being turned over. Well, no, that phrasing was crazy, but you know what I mean. Teams just turning the ball over. So the score is 59-44. Mercury on top. DeWanna Bonner with 11 points in this one. Sophie Cunningham in her return to Phoenix. And oh my goodness. And it's a jump ball between Alyssa Thomas and Sophie Cunningham. Who did they give it? It might be Copper. Jump ball between Copper and Cunningham, the former teammates with the Mercury. Miracle, what's going on? Don't forget to hydrate, Jay. That run home plus all this talking. Yeah, I definitely got my water here. Appreciate you. Rob, what's going on? Salute. Thank y'all for joining. Oh, and Alyssa Thomas just turns it over, passes it to nobody. Natasha Howard thought she had handles and turns it over, going behind the back. Sammy Whitcomb for three, and she misses. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. Corner to Westbell, three, good. And Alyssa Thomas said, get him out of here, get him out of here. And there's a timeout on the floor here, 62-44. This game is getting out of hand. 62-44. So people just doing foolishness on the court, turning the ball over, doing things uncharacteristic. Natasha Howard tried to go behind the back, dribbled off her shoe. Crazy. So Alyssa Thomas on that sequence got her 10th rebound, her 6th assist, and she has 16 points. So she has her 7th straight double-double, I believe they just said on the broadcast. So she's making a late push for some MVP votes. Alyssa Thomas, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. And you got 12 for Satsu Sabli to help her out in scoring. Fever, the leading scorer, is 18 for Sophie Cunningham in her return to Phoenix. The rest of the team, nobody has over 8 points. And that's Kelsey Mitchell. And she stinks tonight, 3 for 12. So if looking at the poll from earlier, it looks like 66% said Fever would win this game, and they are on their way to doing that, up 18 points right now. Ball and play here with Sophie and the Fever. Sophie still with the ball, top of the key, over to Dantas. Dantas with the ball, left hand dribble. Hand off to Mitchell, excuse me. Mitchell over to Hull. Can Hull make one? Nope. She still can't make one. Rebound, bounces around, finds its way to Copper. Copper with the ball. Copper up top to Thomas at the three-point line. They playing way off her. Thomas gets ahead of steam into Timpson, gets fouled there, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Excuse me. So Alyssa Thomas, her first trip to the free throw line this evening. First foul on Michaela Timpson. So Thomas, first free throw is up, and she cashes it in. Makoa Makani comes in for Kahleah Copper. Alyssa Thomas' second free throw is good as well. 64-44. 20-point lead here. 18 and 10 for Alyssa Thomas. Mitchell for 3. Brick squad out there. Brick houses. Alyssa Thomas jump pass to Sammy in the left corner. Up top to Dewana Bonner. Over to Alyssa Thomas. Fakes the handoff. Back to Sammy. Sammy pump fakes. Goes behind the screen. Pulls up for 3. And she knocks it down. This game is just out of hand, man. 14-0 run here for the Mercury. They get it over to Lexi Hall for another 3. Lexi Hall cannot buy a 3, bro. Lexi Hall stinking up the joint out there. 0 for 5 from the floor. And Sammy Whitcomb almost gets her pocket picked, but gets fouled. 67-44. That is the correct score, people. Dude, I might change over to this LA Connecticut game. It looks way more competitive. Sheesh. They're getting outscored 20-8 in the quarter. Chloe Bibby checks in for the Fever. Ball with the Bonners. I said with the Bonners. Over to Whitcomb, who gets it to Thomas. Thomas cross-court pass to Cole McConney. Cole McConney throws it down to Westbell. Westbell loses the ball. And it's a jump ball here between Dantas and Westbell. It should be like 0.5 seconds on the clock. And it's a shot clock violation, of course. Ball in play here with Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell with the ball. She's been stinking it up tonight. Mitchell, they haven't scored in the last 4.5 minutes. Over to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull out to Bibby. Bibby pump fakes, relocates. 3 is up and too strong. Dantas offensive rebound, putback is good, and they finally break the scoring drought. And Whitcomb misses the 3. Rebound to Sophie Cunningham. Over to Bibby. Bibby over to Sophie. Ball gets deflected by Bonner. And who they say? The referee's looking at each other and they say it's off Cunningham. She doesn't argue. So she knew that was the right call. So Alyssa Thomas will get a breather here with this big lead, 67-46. Satu Sabali has checked in. Salute Janelle for the super chat. Mercury win. We'll see. It's looking that way, definitely. Cole McConney with the ball. Cole McConney dribbling with 8 on the shot clock. 7, 6. Picks up her dribble. Nowhere to go with it. Gets it over to Westbell. Westbell steps over, shoots a contested 3. Air ball, shot clock violation. 55 seconds to go. Ball in play here with Sophie Cunningham. She's been the only bright spot here for the Fever. Gets it over to Bibby. And Cole McConney hits it off Bibby's leg, and it's another turnover for the Fever. 15 turnovers for the Fever. Satu to get it in, and she almost turns it over. Ball gets hit out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mercury. Satu gets it into Westbeld. Top of the key here. Finds a cutting Satu. Satu off balance, gets pushed, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So Satu Sabali at the line for 2 free throws. She's on my fantasy team. So I'll take all the points I can get. Satu knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw is up, and she misses. Rebound to Hull. Hull over to Cunningham. Cunningham playing like a point forward role. Bonner jumps right in and steals it. So Sophie gets the ball stolen by Bonner. Uh-oh. Sophie getting into it with somebody. I don't know if it's with Dawana or I don't know who it was with. They were just showing Sophie yelling at somebody and pointing. It's getting a little spicy over here. Some bad blood. As some tension there from Dawana's short stint with the Indiana Fever and the way that she left. So I don't know. I don't know what the referees are actually calling here. Bonner is playing with a little bit of a edge here, I will say. She was very animated from the start. As soon as I turned the game on, she hit a three on Lexi Hull and like was yelling in her face. Oh, Sophie was saying something to Satu, I think. So it was between Sophie and Satu. Satu, I don't know if Satu said something slick that set Sophie off. Yeah, so as I mentioned, if the season ends tonight, if the season ended tonight, Phoenix and Indiana would be a first round matchup, a 4-5 seed matchup. So that would be crazy for ratings, though, I will say. People, the Fever fans tuning in to see to boo Dawana. Dawana looking to beat the Fever. Tell them that's the reason I left y'all. So 68-46. Only bright spot of this game is that it's a little competitive, a little spicy out there. And Bonner hits the free throw. I think they called a clear path on Sophie Cunningham. And Bonner hits, well, they call a transition take foul. I'm guessing that's what they call transition take foul here. Because she hits two free throws. Westbell with the ball over to Whitcomb. Whitcomb with 28 seconds on the clock. Whitcomb gets downhill on Natasha Howard, smokes the layup. Satu gets the offensive rebound. Out to Bonner. Bonner pump fakes from deep three. Satu pump fakes from three. Satu with the ball. Satu attacks Lexi Hall. Spin move, goes up, draws the foul. 12 seconds to go in this quarter. And this game is just out of hand, y'all. To be completely honest with you. Excuse me. Game is just out of hand. It looks like the Sparks are up 74-69 as Satu hits the first. Second free throw is up and good for Satu with 11 seconds to go in the quarter. 72-46 here. It's been all Mercury. Mitchell shoots a contested mid-range jump shot and gets fouled by Akoa Makani. So Kelsey Mitchell will go to the line for free throws. So I'm looking at this other game because this game is boring. Tina Charles with 14, 16 for Bria Hartley. No Aliyah Edwards yet. She hasn't reported to the team as of yet. The Sparks, though, you got 20 from Rakia, 10 from Azare, 19 from Hamby. Kelsey Plum only with 4 points. Wow, that's a shocker. It's crazy. Anyway, they're reviewing another play here. They're really just trying to slow this game down. Like it ain't 11:38 p.m. Eastern. So they're reviewing this call with 3 seconds to go on the clock. All right, while they're reviewing this, let's go over here. Let's see what this other game we got going on. 69-74. I think they finally, as I switched the game, they finally got the call. So they gave, I'm a little confused there. They gave Kelsey Mitchell a technical foul. And DeWanna Bonner hits the free throw. I was a little confused on that play. 73-46. So they called Kelsey Mitchell for a technical foul for embellishing sort of the foul on the shot and hitting Akol Makani in the face. And now Kelsey Mitchell will shoot the 2 free throws for the foul, and she misses the first. And she knocks down the second. Yeah, you're right, Jay Smooth. This game is boring as hell. DeWanna Bonner from 3/4 court. Oh, off the back of the rim. She almost cashed out from there. But finally, this dreaded third quarter comes to an end. It's a lot to a little. 73-47 Mercury over the Fever. Can't believe I rushed home to do this sorry game. I should have chose the other one. Let's take a look here. So the Indiana Fever get outscored 26-11 in that third quarter. That's not a good sign. Indiana, you got Howard with 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 steals. Boston with 2 points. You got 9 for Kelsey Mitchell, 3 of 13 shooting. She's 2 for 5 from the free throw line. She can't throw a rock in the ocean tonight. Sophie Cunningham with 18 to lead them. Nobody else in double figures for the Fever, as you can see. 2 for Ari McDonald. You got 4 for Dantas, 5 for Timpson. They're shooting 36% from the field, 35% from 3, and they have 15 turnovers. Phoenix Mercury, you got Alyssa Thomas with a double-double, 18 and 11 with 7 assists and 2 steals. You got Natasha Mack with 2. 15 for Satu Sabali with 7 rebounds. Kahleah with 8. And Akol Makani with 5. You got Bonner with 14 off the bench with 5 rebounds. And you have 3 from Westbeld, 8 from Whitcomb. They're shooting 45% from the field, 35% from 3, 92% from the line on 12 of 13 shooting. And they have 10 turnovers as a team. Yeah, this game's sorry. And there's a whole other quarter left. It's crazy. Let's take a look at the other stuff. 76-79 is the score in this one. Connecticut looking for their 6th win of the season. Los Angeles trying to climb back into this playoff picture with a win. If Los Angeles wins tonight, They could potentially move into 8th place. I have to do some research on their head-to-head with the Washington Mystics. So let me see what that is like. Let's see, Washington. Have they played Washington yet? I'm assuming they have. So yeah, so if with a win tonight, the LA Sparks move into 8th place because they're leading the season series 2-0 against the Washington Mystics. So they'll be tied with a 14-15 record. And they could be, let me see, what about the Valkyries? I know they played the Valkyries a bunch of times. But no, Golden State leads that season series with them. So yeah, so they would just be in 8th place. So LA, after a rocky start, could potentially be an 8th place team at the end of the night. All right, let's get back to this boring game, y'all. Let's close it out. I didn't even reset the clock. I ain't do nothing. I wanted this game to be ball and play here with the Mercury. Sammy Whitcomb with the ball. Sammy Whitcomb off one leg and a block there by Bree Turner, the former Phoenix Mercury. Gets it over to Cunningham. Cunningham, transition 3. Off the back rim. Fight for the rebound. Gets tipped out by Whitcomb. Okoro Makani down to Satu. Satu in the post. Shoots over Cunningham. Gets her own rebound. And misses again. Bounces off Boston's leg and out of bounds. $73-47. Oh man, I reset my whole game. What is happening here? I reset my whole thing. I just recognized. I just recognized I reset. That's how boring this game is. I tried to start it back from 0. I'm weak. Ari McDonald from the foul line knocks it down. So it's 73-49. That is hilarious, y'all. The game was so boring. I tried to restart it from the beginning. I keep doing this. What is wrong with me? And it's a turnover here by Cat Westbeld. There we go. I'm going to let the clock run. 8:35 to go. 73-49. Oh, man. It's been a long day, y'all. Forgive me. Ball and play here with the Fever. McDonald with the ball. McDonald comes off the screen. Dribbles back out to the 3. Looking for Sophie. Sophie with the ball. Corner to Lexi Hall. Can she finally hit one? No, she can't. Boston offensive rebound and putback. Sigmund. Oh, what's going on, Sigmund? Salute, salute. Appreciate that, my friend. I try to keep it a little entertaining, even though this game is terrible. Thomas with the ball. Thomas over to Bonner. Bonner, step back, gives it to Thomas, give and go back to Bonner. Bonner, left hand lay over Boston and scores. And has a look over to the Fever bench and then puts her arms out like she's J.J. the Jet plane or something. I don't know what that was. If you know, you know. That was a callback to... All right, I ain't going to explain it. Lexi Hall, can she hit one? No, she cannot. Lexi Hall... Oh my goodness. Lexi Hull is stinking up the joint. They all stinking it up besides Sophie. Over to Thomas. Back to Sammy. Sammy tries to go give and go. They know that play's coming. So, and they call a foul on Sammy Whitcomb on Ari McDonald. She was trying to speed down the court. Bonner over here styling and profiling. I can't even lie. She acting out. Ball and play here with the Fever. And it's a turnover here. Oh no, it stays with the Fever. Stays with the Fever. Sigmund says you keep your emotions out of things, which is refreshing. Appreciate that. I only get super emotional when it's the Liberty. Everybody else, I try to be as neutral as possible. And a turnover by Mitchell. She just had a horrible night. She can't put the ball in the basket. She turning it over. Bonner for a deep three, misses. Mac tip rebound. Goes to Lexi Hull. Nobody can score. Nobody from the Fever can score. Mitchell for three. Oh my gosh. Check the backboard for cracks. She just can. Oh my gosh. This is hard to watch. Lexi Hull throwing up bricks. Mitchell throwing up bricks. It's Thomas over to Copper. Copper steps back for a three, and she misses. Chase for the rebound. Boston gets it, and her foot was out of bounds on the save. That's the type of night it's been for the Fever. That's the type of night it has been. Ball and play here with the Mercury. Sammy comes off that screen. Steps back over Boston for three. Misses. Tip rebound by Mac. And out of bounds. They get the call correct there. 75-51. They should just be able to wave the white flag here. Ball and play here with the Fever. Can they make this game interesting? Over Mitchell gets it to Boston. Boston handoff to Hull. Hull pulls up for a elbow jump shot. Nope. She's even closer and still brick squad. Alyssa Thomas lob past to Bonner. Bonner tries to throw it up from under the basket and they call a foul. So Bonner going to the line to add to her total tonight. Oh my God. Stop prolonging this game. There's a timeout on the floor. They were confused whether it was a shooting foul or not. Sigmund says Kate Mitchell might not be healthy right now. Possibly. She did have like didn't she have like 30 the other night? But it's a possibility. Let's take a look at this. 73-47. Nobody scored yet. I don't know why this says 10 minutes. It's way past 10 minutes. There we go. 4-2. As you can see, only one player from the Fever is in double digits, which is Sophie Cunningham with 18 points. Everybody else, nobody scored more than 9 points. Thomas is two assists away from the triple double, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 15 for Satu, 16 for Bonner with 7 rebounds. Yeah, it looks like this other game's getting out of hand anyway. Sparks up 86-78 over the Connecticut Sun. That's it. Sigmund said she grabbed her groin a couple of games ago. You can't have two of your starting guards with groin injuries. That's what derails the season. Let me put this game up for us to take a look at. 78-86. Let me see what Shorty doing today. Cam Brink. Oh, Cam Brink has 11 points and 5 rebounds and 2 blocks. One of her better offensive games since she's returned. All right. Unfortunately, this game is coming back on, so we have to go take a look at it. Bonner, first free throw is up and good. Second one is up and good as well. 77-51. I added it to the wrong team. Sammy Whitcomb with the foul on Kelsey Mitchell. Lexi Hull over to Damaris Dantas. Dantas handoff to Bibby. Bibby over to Hull. Hull jump past to Bree Turner. Bree Turner out to Bibby. Bibby over to Bree Turner. Bree Turner baseline jump shot. And that's not her game. She is not a shooter. Nobody wanted to shoot on that possession. Ball with the Mercury, gets it over to Copper. Copper contested three and shoots it and scores over Bibby. 80-51. Mitchell, no look to Bree Turner, and she lays it in. That's more like Bree Turner's game. 5 feet and in. Alyssa Thomas, 1 assist away from the triple-double. Gets it over to Copper. Copper, same spot. Oh, halfway down and out. Hull with the rebound. Hull over to Dantas. Dantas with the ball. Faces up. Takes a dribble. Another dribble. Gets down the lane. Jump pass to Bree Turner. Over to Hull. Hull over to Dantas. Dantas out to Mitchell. Mitchell for three. Nope. Hull with the tap rebound to Bibby. Over to Dantas. Dantas for three. She misses. And long rebound gets to Sammy Whitcomb. Over to Thomas. Thomas to Copper. Copper goes up. Handoff to Bonner and scores. This is crazy. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell over to Hull. Hull for three. Hull missed. Bree Turner offensive rebound over to Bibby. Bibby for three. She misses. Rebound to Copper. And a timeout called by Nate Tibbetts. She passes. They said DeWanna Bonner passes Lauren Jackson in some stat, all time stat. So that's anytime you pass Lauren Jackson, the legend, you're doing something right. But guys, this game is tough. Game is tough. As you can see, Kelsey Mitchell 3 for 15 for 9 points. What's going on, Pam? She said the crypto arena in LA was pretty full on Tuesday when Indiana was there. A lot of Indy jerseys that night. Yeah, I mean Indiana / Caitlin fans do travel really well, as we've seen in recent times. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, listen, I'm not even counting the score anymore. You're right, Sigmund. It's 82-53. I'm just want this game to be over. I thought it would be much closer than this. Fever were playing pretty well. Phoenix, but Phoenix at home, I guess, is a different story. This other game getting out of hand too. I mean, not as bad. 96-86 Sparks over the Sun. So that game almost over as well. It is approaching 12 midnight here on the East Coast. Salute to everybody hanging around. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for this last minute watch along. I wasn't going to stream, but you guys convinced me yesterday, even if I came late to stream. So appreciate you guys tuning in. No worries, AR. No worries. I had a late start. I came home from work at 10. Well, I got off the train at 10, ran up here, and just turned on the computer and started streaming. But no worries, my friend. Alyssa Thomas, 1 assist away from back-to-back triple doubles, if I'm not mistaken. I think she had one in the last game. So Alyssa Thomas is back in the game. They're probably gonna let her get it and then take her out. Thomas over to Bonner. Bonner for the triple double, and there it is. And they point at each other and have a big smile on their face. So I think that's her third straight, actually. Yeah, that's her third straight triple double. She had one against Chicago, one against Connecticut, and now this one. Bibby on the floor gets it over to Dantas. Dantas for three, and she airballs, goes off Turner's head, Turner's hands, and out of bounds. $85-53. So now they call off the dogs. I figured they were gonna let her come in to get that triple double, and what a better way than her passing to her fiance for the three. And what is 3 straight triple doubles? It's crazy. She had 10, 10, and 10 against Chicago on August 3rd. She had 13, 12, and 12 against Connecticut on August 5th. And now she has 18, 11, and 10 against the Fever. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Looking like Westbrook in that MVP year. But Westbrook was putting up like scoring numbers, crazy scoring numbers too. Man was putting up like 20, 20, 20 and all that. 3 straight trip dubs is wild. Um, the crowd giving Alyssa Thomas a big ovation here. The PA announcer just announced about the triple double streak here. 3 straight is insane though. They clear the bench though, so it's a bunch of bench players in. And they're chanting MVP. Chloe Bibby gets to steal for the Fever. Chloe Bibby, hezzy move, goes baseline, gets bumped off by Natasha Mack. Sigmund said had a long day, got some good medical news and a caffeinated drink. I'm glad you got some good news. Yeah, it has been a long day as well. I'm slowly crashing here. But I have to hold on for the rest of this stream. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. I'm surprised she's still in the game. Lexi Hull couldn't. I don't even have any more jokes to make about how bad she's missing tonight. Kalani Brown over to Lexi Hull, corner 3, and she buries it. I don't even have the excitement anymore. It's just a beatdown. Mitchell, no look to Dantas on the roll, and she lays it in. 88-55. Kalani Brown over to Laxa and gets fouled by Lexi Hull on a 3. They're just prolonging the inevitable, as they say. So Laxa at the line for 2 free throws. She knocks down the first. Second one is good. Oh, it was a 3-shot free throw. 3-shot attempt, I should say. So she's shooting 3 free throws. She knocks down all 3, Laxa. Mitchell with the ball, trying to get out of this slump as she goes into the next game, and she can't even throw an entry pass. Throws it like she's throwing it to Camila Cardoso. That's the wrong Brazilian, Kelsey. This one's a little shorter. That's a turnover. That's their 20th turnover by Kelsey Mitchell. Held, gets it over to Laxa. Laxa attacks Lexi Hull. Oh, reverse spin. Fall away jump shot, misses. Bibby with the rebound. Bibby gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell steps into a 3. So now she's shooting way too strong. Hits the backboard. They get a second chance here. Kelsey Mitchell dancing with it. Kelsey, nah, she doing craziness now. Kelsey Mitchell doing craziness. She did tween drive behind the back bullet pass out of bounds. Nah, this is crazy. She doing foolishness out there now. Ball and play here with Lexi Held. Get Kelsey Mitchell out the game, man. Put in somebody else. She out there stinking it up. Catherine Westbell tried to lob it to Matt, gets deflected, and let's see, can she make a layup? Lexi Hull on the break, and she finally gets a bucket. That's Shorty's first basket of the game. 1 for 11. She almost ended over. Thankfully, she got that. And we have a foul away from the ball. Bibby on Lexi Held. Please just end this game. It's 58 seconds to go. Stop fouling. Held with the ball. Left to right crossover. Gets it to a rolling Kalani Brown. Finds the bounce pass to Mac, and Mac scores. 93-57. And Mitchell finally gets a basket. That's the first basket I've seen her get in like 3 quarters. She gets down the lane, gets fouled, and will go to the line for the 3-point play. Mitchell for the 3-point play, and she knocks it down. Yeah. Yeah, see, Sparks win 102-91. So Sparks are in 8th place now, people. Sparks are in 8th place. So let me start updating this record on my screen. 17-14 for the Fever as Lexi Hull gets down the lane and scores. It's like taking candy from a baby out here, man. It's not even funny. 17-14 for the Fever. The Mercury moved to 19-11. And Mitchell with another turnover. Stinking it up out there. And 16 seconds to go. My clock is just way behind, y'all. I just checked out for fake. So this game ends 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's how this game ends, people. That's how this game ends. 95-60 is the final score. Fever moved to 17-14 on the season. The Mercury moved to 19-11. and 11. I'm not even gonna go over the box score here. Besides Alyssa Thomas, I guess I could just quickly show Alyssa Thomas's box score before I get out of there. Miracle, thank you, appreciate you. I'll be back on Sunday. So Alyssa Thomas, the only one we really need to care about in this one. 18 points, 10 assists, 11 rebounds, her third straight triple double. You had Dewana Bonner with a season high 23 points and 7 rebounds, I believe. And then you see 95-60 final score. All right, y'all. I am tired. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys bearing with me as I was rushing back to do this stream for y'all. I'll be back on Sunday evening because I will be at the Liberty game on Sunday afternoon. The game is an early game, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be at that game, come home, rest up a little bit, and then we'll stream. I think it was a LA game or something. One of those games. But I'm over here rambling. Have a good night. Thanks for the subs, the super chats, the likes. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here and you haven't subbed yet. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Jay Jordan, salute.